So, this is Earth as we've been taught to think of it from childhood.
Right.
Is the Earth flat or round?
Bob, I know we're not the first to discover this, but we'd like to confirm from the crew of America that the world is round.
He started saying, I'm using laws of math and physics to show Earth is flat. Those are fighting words. That is an alarm to the Geekiverse that we must rise up.
I gotta hit the science panic button.
Science Emergency Defense Program initiated.
The Earth isn't flat.
It's round.
It looks round, folks. It is round.
There are so many proofs that the Earth is round, it is not difficult to know that the Earth is round.
Please make me something round.
Something round.
Round. Yeah.
Like a circle.
That's right.
Someone once told me time is a flat circle.
It's difficult to know where to start. So let's start from the simple to the slightly more complicated. One of the things you can see yourself with a pair of binoculars is if you actually go out to a lake and there are boats on that lake. The farther away a boat is, the more the bottom of the boat will disappear and you'll basically just see the mast of the boat. And as a boat goes farther and farther away, the last thing you will see is the very top of the mast of that boat. And that's because the boat is actually going over the horizon that's curved. And that means that as it goes farther and farther away, you see less and less of the bottom of it and more of the top of that. You can see that with binoculars, by an ocean, by a lake. It's really easy. That wouldn't happen if the Earth were flat. You would simply see the boat getting smaller and smaller and smaller as it went farther away, but you'd be able to see the whole thing with the same proportions.
And then I got a pair, I used a pair of binoculars to look at a ship on the horizon, and I could see a curve, a hump of water there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and there's nothing I could do other than go higher to get rid of that hump of water and see the rest of the ship.
The fact is, of course, that the light rays from the lower part of the ship are no longer reaching the shore.
Refraction is the angular bending of light. That is how it's described. Angular bending of light.
In fact, it makes it look like there's a slope here. So you can see the edge going up there, but there's actually not a slope there. It's actually just flat.
That stuff is flat. Flat? Yes, flat.
And people will hate you for speaking this truth because people have been so deceived.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House. And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made.
When I created the final experiment, it was to end the debate over the shape of the Earth. And the globe side has declared victory. Of the flat earthers who remain, is there anyone, anywhere in the world, that can defend flat Earth in light of TFE?
There's something I've been wrong about for decades. So I spent my whole life saying Santa on the North Pole would be the only person who would know his true weight.
Right.
Because on the equator, you're weighing less than your true weight.
Right.
True gravitational weight.
Okay.
That's wrong.
We are talking about accuracy here down to hundredths of a gram. That is incredible precision and a stunning prediction. And of course, is only possible because we live on a globe. The flat Earth prediction is that the weight would remain the same regardless of location.
It turns out, everywhere on the geode, you weigh exactly the same.
What?
The fact that you have the whole Earth pulling on you, yet we're spinning,
right?
Okay? So you have all the mass of the Earth, but the spinning, so that makes you weigh more, but then you're spinning, that makes you weigh a little less, plus the Earth is a little wider, so that makes you weigh a little less. Okay? All of that,
you put it together,
it comes out in the wash compared to your weight on the pole.
Wow. So Santa's fat behind can walk down to the equator
and weigh exactly
the same.
Exactly the same thing.
Wow. So there you go, flat earthers.
After TFE, there has been an exodus from Flat Earth, one that continues to grow. And those former Flat Earthers are shouting a similar message. TFE was the end of Flat Earth. Are they right? Are the former Flat Earthers correct that Flat Earth is finished? This brings us to the final debate.
This just got real, y'all.
Science is never settled. I mean, if you were to talk to the average 19th century physicist, 200-300 years after Newton and all that, it seemed that physics was done. In fact, physics was a closed book. In fact, why would anyone go into physics?
Yeah.
And then Einstein comes along with relativity, and then Planck, actually coming back to him, comes on with quantum mechanics, and suddenly we realize that everything we thought we knew was absolutely, it wasn't wrong, it just was insufficient to explain. And once you go fast enough, I'm talking about speed of light now, suddenly Newtonian physics doesn't make sense. So the science is never settled, it can't be settled. And if 19th century physics could be wrong, then anything can be wrong.
There are only two possible models, and one of them will be proven wrong this December while we are in Antarctica. The only two possible models are the globe and the Flat Earth AE model.
The Flat Earth community has long had models that explain a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, including Lady Blunt and Albert Smith's model in their 19th century book, Zetetic Astronomy.
And it just so happens that this disk represents our planet extremely accurately, and to some extent can also be represented this way as well.
The map, it's just a construct. Listen, you don't live in a physical, materialistic realm, right? This is a virtual realm, and it's supernatural.